Hi, I'm Dr. Boywood, and this is Boywood Family Chiropractic. Today, I want to talk about obesity. Now, we know that obesity is an epidemic in America and affects millions of people. Obesity is determined by BMI, Body Mass Index. Body Mass Index is a ratio between your height and your weight. And if your body mass index is over 30, then you are considered obese. Now, the problem with body mass index is that it's, as I said, a ratio between your height and your weight and does not account at all for body composition. So what is really important is to know how much fat your body is storing, particularly in your abdomen. BMI does nothing to tell us about that. So BMI is beginning to fall out of use, and it's becoming more and more common to use other body measurements to determine health. As I said, what's most important is to know how much fat there is, particularly fat around the abdomen, as we're finding that fat around the abdomen is in fact what is associated with the greatest health risks. So how do we measure that? Well, there is a height to waist ratio, and that one's very easy to calculate and very informative and effective. So the height to waist ratio is taken by measuring your height, which you probably already know, and measuring your waist circumference 1 inch above your belly button. So you simply put your middle finger in your belly button and your index finger next to it, and then measure with the tape just above the index finger. Now, what you want to do is make sure that the tape is parallel to the floor so that it's not sagging down and giving you too large of a measurement. Now, with that measurement, then you can compare it to your height, and ideally that measurement will be no more than half your height. So if you're 6 feet tall, your waist should be no more than 36 inches. And if you're 5'4", which is 64 inches, your waist should be no more than 32 inches. That one's easy and that one's great. And that's the one that I recommend because it is so easy. There is another measurement that's used that is called the waist to hip ratio. And the waist to hip ratio uses the same waist measurement, and the hips are measured at their widest point. Now, ideally that one will be no more than 0.9 for men or 0.8 for women. You divide the waist measurement by the hip measurement. Just use your calculator, and you want those ideal numbers or less. Now, the cool thing about this one is it's been researched, and it's also related to attractiveness. Why do we want to lose weight? Well, we want to feel better, we want to be healthier, and we want to look better. And so with the waist to hip ratio, we can find out how good we actually look, not only to ourselves but to other people. It's been researched and found that men are most attractive with a ratio of 0.9 or slightly less. Women are found to be most attractive at 0.8 or less, the healthiest ratios. And really, across most cultures, that ratio for women is 0.7. So these were done with line drawings, and yes, it varies according to culture, but it averages out to around 0.7. So ladies, that's what you're aiming for. And men, that's what you're aiming for. The healthiest ratios are actually the most attractive. So you know what? You can throw away your scale and just get a tape measure. How much you weigh doesn't matter. What matters is how big your abdomen is in relation to the rest of your body. Now, next week I'm going to talk about weight loss, and I'm going to talk about particularly how sleep and hydration affect weight gain and weight loss. So until then, have a healthy, active, and fulfilling life.